Hello, good evening, candidates. And yeah, today we have what are the important news items about today is that government to import 1 lakh tons of onion to check price rise, Rambilas Paswan says. The government on Saturday decided to import 1 lakh tons of onion to control prices that have shot up to rupees 100 per kilogram in the retail market. While the state-owned trading firm MMTC will import onions, cooperative NAFED will supply the key kitchen items in the domestic market. The decision was taken at a meeting of Committee of Secretaries held on Saturday. NAFED has been directed to supply imported onions across the country. Onion prices have risen sharply for more than a month. The retail prices have increased up to rupees 100 per kilogram in the national capital and ruling in the range of 60 to 80 per kilogram in other parts of the country. So this is the one of the important news items that have come. Hello sir, today completed RBI Grade B officer phase 1. Done well, very good, very good, very good, excellent. I'm happy, good. Then you start reading for the second phase. I think a lot of economics is there. Please read a lot. You must read a lot. Yeah. Hello. Good evening, Mr. SKB. Yeah. Good evening. So nice to see you all. Yeah. Ravi Srivastava, good evening. Yeah. Good evening. How are you? Ravi Srivastava, I'm good. How are you? Fine, fine. Royal Hari, hello, fine. I think we talked yesterday, Royal Hari, Ravi Srivastava, and all. Very good. Very happy. Now, whatever important news you have come across, you can tell me here so that others also get to know about it. Of course, Ayodhya verdict is hello. Ayodhya verdict is another important thing. In any interview in the next few days, they can ask you about Ayodhya verdict, and you must be able to tell a few points about that. Yeah, yeah. So this number is not there, not getting, doesn't matter. Yeah. There was one scale 2 man. There was one boy who has applied for scale 2. Ayodhya verdict is very balanced judgment of Supreme Court. Good. That is good. Now, it is switched off. Five acres of land proposed to masjid. Yeah, but it seems some Hyderabad, some MP has said that he is not in. I mean, we don't want this land. That's what he has said. I read in some Google report like that. Yeah. Of course, you can't satisfy everybody, and it seems our Prime Minister has told there is no place for fear, bitterness, and negativity in India, says Prime Minister. Supreme Court verdict has brought a new dawn, that is a beginning. Now, next generation will build new India. said Prime Minister Modi. Modi expressed happiness that the five-judge bench of the top court was unanimous in its order. That is, all the five judges, they could have given it as three people, one judgment, two people, another judgment. But here, all the five of them gave a unique judgment, say, allowing construction by the government committee and all that. Temple at disputed site, alternative land for mosque. That is what is given by the Supreme Court. Yeah. Next verdict important coming is Sabrimala, Kerala. Yeah. Sabrimala, yeah, they have been. In the last verdict, they said girls are permitted to come, but majority of the people, including women, are not in favor of this women being permitted to come. So that should be taken into account. Accordingly, a revised judgment may come. Yeah. Now, uh, yeah. Kartarpur. This is another important point. Kartarpur corridor is opened recently by Imran Khan, Prime Minister of Pakistan, and about 500 people or so have used that, visited that. And next news item I read was NTPC, National Thermal Power Corporation, quarter two. Quarter two means that is June, July to September. Net profit rises 38% to 3,409 crore. NTPC, National Thermal Power Corporation. I don't know how this is happening because all the thermal units are suffering, but this unit alone is doing very well. NTPC, yeah, whether it will come. This is another news item I read. PM today inaugurated by our Modi Kartarpur. Oh, Modi, in that side, I think Imran Khan is doing it. Acha. Hockey World Cup 2023, India to be host. Good. You must come out with such news items like this. Good. This is nice. I'm happy you are coming out with such news items. Good. If all of us can share such news items like this, then it will become a good one. In fact, you must have seen IBPS PO डिस्क्रिप्टिव के लिए कुछ टॉपिक बोलिए 1 मिनट kindly wait. I will give you why one topic. A bunch of topics can be given. I can give you a lot of topics, but I will give you the materials for that. This includes आपको descriptive paper also is included. Kindly download this. Here you have descriptive paper, letter writing, as well as essay writing. Please go through that. My net is very slow today because of cyclone Bulbul. Yeah, I heard something about this Bulbul also. I read in this paper now. Bulbul कहाँ पर आता है? Bulbul, Bulbul, Bulbul. Bulbul is the name of the new this thing. Yeah, yeah. Cyclone Bulbul updates. Landfall tonight. Airlines cancels Kolkata flights. So Bulbul has affected which state? Bulbul has affected which state? Mauritius Pegam Jungnath. Oh, acha, it has affected Odisha. Oh, because I saw a news report here stating that say severe cyclonic storm Bulbul is expected to make its landfall later tonight around 11 p.m. according to a statement of Indian Meteorological Department. One death has been reported from Bengal and Odisha due to heavy rain triggered by severe cyclonic storm Bulbul. Due to severe cyclone Bulbul operations at Kolkata airport is being suspended from 18 hours of November 9 up to 6 hours on November 10, a Home Ministry official said most airlines like Indigo, SpiceJet, Go Air, Vistara, and Air India have cancelled the flight. Oh, that's very dangerous. Yeah. Yeah, NEFT charges ruled out from January 1st. Hereafter, no more charges. Earlier, my ICICI bank was charging 5 rupees and all that. Now that is not there. LIC EADO interviews kab tak hai? I think it is there up to 11th because one candidate told me it is there up to 11th. I don't know which place. 11th. Anybody knows? You can tell me. IBPS pivot descriptive Siddhartha Shankar. I have given you this link. You please download that, take it with you, and read the materials given therein. Okay, that's good. Incidentally, can you tell me Riga is the capital of which country? Riga is the capital of which country? Vishal Kumar, there is no reason to think SLR CRR is not there for RRBs. It is there because initially 2006 and 7 they said it is not applicable, but subsequently it has been restored. So there is no reason to think it is not there. Yeah, Ravi Sasrava says Latvia is the answer for Riga. Vishal Kumar and MSF. MSF, MSF. What is the full MSF? What is the full expansion for that? What is the full expansion for MSF you are having in mind? Can you please explain about the monetary policy? Yeah, I will explain about the monetary policy. Listen, for knowing that what we should do, we should go to rbi.org.in. First and foremost thing is rbi.org.in is the website of a Reserve Bank of India. If you go there, on the left side you have current rates. There, if you click policy rates, you will get policy rates as, say, you will get policy rates as, say, repo rate, then a reverse repo rate, marginal standing facility rate, marginal standing rate, bank rate, and these rates are given therein. And repo rate is 5.15%, and reverse repo rate is say 4.90%. Marginal standing facility rate is 5.40%. 5.40%. Um, yeah. So this is what is given here. Now, a Reserve Bank of India, whenever the inflation is very high, will increase the, say, policy repo rate. That is the rate at which the Reserve Bank of India is giving loan to commercial banks for short-term basis, and also say for bank rate also they will raise. And when they raise, what happens? The banks will be hesitating to take the loan from the Reserve Bank of India. So, to that extent, the circulation in money will come down. And as a result of that, the money in circulation comes down, then inflation also will be reduced. A reverse is the rate. Reverse is the same in the same is the case for SLR also. Right now, SLR is 18.5%. CRR is 4%. When the government will increase this, they will increase this when they want to reduce the inflation. So sorry, they will increase these rate when they want to reduce the inflation. They will reduce CRR SLR when They want more money supply in the market. Now, that is what is happening in the market. That is what is happening. MSF is an overnight loan facility. Yeah. Under MSF, a bank can take overnight loan from RBI to fulfill temporary financial mismatch. Sir, is there any difference between definition and meaning? Definition, let us see. See, definition means what? That which defines what it is. Definition, the English Cambridge Dictionary says definition means a statement that explains meaning of a word or phrase. A statement that explains the meaning of a word or phrase. So, definition is expansion of the meaning, explanation of the meaning. That is what the dictionary says, Sri Krishna, about what you are having in this mind. Yeah, what is a bank draft? Bank draft, you know, is say an instrument drawn by a bank on itself. If it is drawn on itself, it is known as pay order. Different banks call it by different names. Some banks call it bank check. See, after receiving the money from the customer, they will issue a draft. The advantage of bank draft is it will not be returned. It will not be returned for want of funds. So that is one advantage of bank draft. Another thing is demand draft is what is issued by one branch of the bank on another branch of the bank. Sir, what is the difference between core banking and core banking solutions? Core banking means what? Core banking means interconnecting all the branches of the bank's branch, all the branches of a particular bank. For example, State Bank of India, connecting all its branches together is known as core banking, and invariably it is done through internet. Core banking solutions means, for example, right now, say the right now, say the pension life certificate is to be given in the month of November for pensioners, central government pensioners, and people also worked in bank. So now this system has been introduced through core banking, that one can give certificate from any branch of the bank. You a person is drawing pension from X branch, he can go and give it from Y branch. The core banking solution is allowing facilities of banking, uh, say in all the branches of the bank. That process is known as core banking solution. Core banking solutions. For example, if I make a search for that in what is that, say our Google, what does it say about it? Core banking. What is core banking solution? What is core banking solution? I'm just giving a link for this. Say for everything, there need not be a difference. Sometimes it can be the same also. Core banking and core banking is a concept, and through that core banking solution is adapted. What is core banking solution? Today, banking has grown tremendously and transformed itself from a deposit taking loan providing system to an institution which provides an entire gamut of products and services under a wide umbrella. All such activities commenced by a bank is called core banking. As per the pure definition of core banking, refers to a centralized system established by one bank which allows its customers to conduct their business irrespective of the bank's branch. Thus, it removes the impediments of geo-specific transactions. In fact, CORE is an acronym of Centralized On-Time Online Real-Time Exchange. Centralized Online Real-Time Exchange. Yeah. So that is what is given. I hope you understand that. Could you explain between smart work and hard work? Good. See, this is only for interview situation. Smart work means trying to understand the shortcuts of handling a certain thing, getting it done. Hard work is one putting in extra efforts all through the time without realizing what are the shortcut methods, what are the methods by which we can get it quickly done. Cooperative banks are already existing where there is a need for RRB. See, based on 1975, based on the position of the economy on those days, Narashimhan Committee recommended that there is a need for RRB besides cooperative banks, possibly because cooperative banks were not able to fulfill the requirement. That is why they did this. Royal guidance allows, sir. Yeah. So we can't question why cooperative bank is there when RB is there. Cooperative banks are there to do some service, but it is not fully possible. That is why RRBs have come. Nationalized banks are there. In spite of it, they have allowed what? In spite of it, they have allowed private sector banks, foreign banks. That is because of the say globalization. More, I mean, allowing others also to come into our country. Yeah. Then thank you. Likewise, if you ask any questions, possibly I may be able to suggest my solution. Not that what I say is 100% correct, but to some extent you can understand. Smart work versus hard work. That is how I will explain. There are no definite solutions for this. One important thing I would like to tell all of you, in the matter of interviews, there is no question of right or wrong answer excepting for definite information. What is what is the present repo rate? For that, the answer is what? 5.15. That is a definite answer. What say next question is, what is the difference between say a smart work and hard work? For such questions, you can give any definition of your choice, and it is not necessary. It has to be specific. And whatever you say, you satisfy yourself first. Whatever you say, you satisfy yourself first, and then that will make you the correct. They will accept it. RTGS, the difference between RTGS, NEFT, and IMPS. Say it is all like this, but from the same doodh we are making rasgulla, we are making shondesh. So many, I am telling from the angle of Bengalis. So likewise same thing, but there are some minor differences. In some they had some say what is that, pista. In some they may not had pista like that. NEFT means National Economic Funds Transfer. NEFT means National Electronic Funds Transfer. You see, even here, while telling, I told wrongly National Economic Fund Transfer. That is wrong. It should be National Electronic Funds Transfer. Then I will come. I will come one by one. Then RTGS means real time gross settlement. IMPS means immediate mobile payment service. So what is the difference if you ask me? Say only in terms of minimum amounts, RTGS they say they will start from 2 lakhs only, 2 lakhs and above. And regarding the charges and all, NEFT nowadays they are removing it from 1st January. And the in under NEFT they were sending it in batches, say some so many number of batches per day, whereas RTGS it is supposed to be credited immediately, just as in the case of IMPS also. it is credited immediately. I would suggest you go to your bank's website, go to that website and go through full details about NEFT, RTGS, then IMPS and all that. I have done in ICICI. Earlier I used to do NEFT, now IMPS. Yeah. Now, best answer for weakness and strength question. See, one thing, there cannot be a definite answer for such questions because if everybody is going to tell the same thing, then the interest in asking that question doesn't arise. They just want to find out, are you happy about yourself? Are you able to explain about yourself? And this differs from individual to individual. So, what is your weakness means you will have to tell me what is your weakness. Now, can you tell me what is your weakness? Some of you who are there online, what is your weakness? You tell me. Is there any solution to overcome present unemployment in the country? Yes, it is possible when everybody becomes an entrepreneur by himself and everybody starts a company of his own, gives employment to others. But then there is one more thing. See, if everybody starts producing onion, what will happen? The price of onion will come down. If everybody starts making cell phones, who is there to buy? So again, it is a question of cycle. Up and down it comes. Now we are going through a down cycle. There is likely to be increase in future. Now, my weakness is my bad handwriting, and what very good. This is okay, fine. This can be told, nothing wrong. But they will say handwriting is okay, but we are asking in terms of behavior, what is your weakness? In terms of interpersonal relations, what is your weakness? Overthinking, self criticism, correct. But again, um, uh, that boy, that one boy has told recently, what is Satyam Singh? He has also told, he is 21-year-old boy. He has cleared SBI PO and he has given in one video, overthinking is his weakness. If your overthinking is there, how are you going to overcome? I am trying to be aware of that and try to eliminate it or reduce it. You have to say there is no minimum and maximum amount for transfer in NEFT. Yeah, and there is no minimum and maximum amount, but in RTGS minimum is 2 lakhs is there, correct. Differ and in NEFT it is sent in batches, whereas RTGS it is remitted immediately, immediate settlement. Difference between merging and amalgamation. Good question. We will see mergers and amalgamation. Here, difference between uh, merger and amalgamation. I'm just giving the link for that. Difference between merger and amalgamation. 1 minute, hold on. Difference between merger and amalgamation. Definition of merger and amalgamation. A merger is where two or more business entities combine to create a new entity or company. An amalgamation is where one business entity acquires one or more business entities. Now, Punjab National Bank, what is happening? Merger is happening. Amalgamation will come when, in the case of Vodafone, take amalgamating with Idea. So that is the difference. A merger is one where two or more business entities combine to create a new entity or company. An amalgamation is one where one business entity acquires one or more business entities. I hope it is clear. The link I have given, that must be clear. Self criticism, okay, little bit sensitive, okay. Sir, my weakness is sympathy towards others and how to answer for it. No, it is not a weakness. Sympathy towards others is good. Yeah, Vodafone idea is amalgamation. So weakness is a sympathy towards others. No, no, no. You can tell some other point. Or rather, if you want to say, I sympathize with everybody and give my money quickly to others, so that is a real problem. So you must be aware of that. You must try to understand you can't sympathize with everybody. There may be some people who may be acting and who may try to take your sympathy. Yeah. So you must be careful about sympathizing with people also. But the best idea is empathy. आपने सुना है एम्पैथी का बारे में? आप सुना है? व्हाट इज एम्पैथी? बताइए, व्हाट इज एम्पैथी? ADO results, I think I'm expecting 1 month, but some people are telling it will come after 15th of November. I'm not sure. What is empathy? Empathy का मतलब क्या है? Empathy means putting yourself into the shoes of others. Putting oneself into the shoes of others is empathy. See, for example, people sitting in bank counter, say in the hospitals and all, they must have good empathy. They must put themselves in the place of others. For example, a patient is coming with blood coming out of his hand and others are bringing him. And if he is a doctor, unless he puts himself into the place of other person, he can't realize it. If he considers, doctor, this is my regular work and let me do it in routine. That is what is happening in government departments where they don't take any extra initiative. Complete lack of understanding. Empathy means no, 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 no. Empathy means, I will give you empathy. Empathy ka matlab, empathy is putting yourself into the shoes of others. I am giving you the link. I am giving you the link. Empathy means what? The action of understanding, being aware of, being sensitive to, vicariously experiencing the feelings, thoughts, and experience of another, of either the past or present, without having the feelings of thoughts and experience fully communicated in an objectively explicit manner. While the doctor and nurse should empathize, at the same time, they cannot fully put themselves in the place of other person. They have to do their duty. If a doctor is going to put himself in the place of the patient, then he will start sympathizing too much and he won't be able to do the operation. Sir, are RRBs merging, amalgamating? It depends, you know. Sometimes they say this RRB takes over that. Normally it is merging only. Normally it is merging only. Tamil Nadu also, Pallavan Gramina Bank and Pandian Gramina Bank, they have been merged to form Tamil Nadu Grama Bank. Till last year, the interview was conducted by Pallavan Gramina, no, the Pandian Gramina Bank. That bank itself merged with Pallavan. Now it has become Tamil Nadu RRB. Merging. Sir, detail about PSL. Good question. Good question. I will tell you. See, for people who are going for what is that? People who are going for RRB interview, you cannot escape going through priority sector lending. No, see, Krishna, no question of thank you and all. Somehow something prompts me. I should share it with you. That's why I'm here. Even that way, yesterday morning, I mean your morning, I could not be there. It's all right. Happens. Yeah, PSL. I have given the link for PSL. PSL, priority sector lending. Priority sector lending means providing a specified portion of the bank lending to a few specific sectors like agriculture and allied activities, micro and small enterprises, poor people for housing, students for education, and other low income groups and weaker sections. This is essentially meant for an all round development of the economy as opposed to focusing only on financial sector. So let me repeat. Say in the telling like this, priority sector means what? Identifying certain sectors of the say human activities or production and giving a certain percentage of the total advances to that section so that that section of the economy improves. See, all this concept had to come because earlier when banks were private, they were not making finance for agriculture, small scale industries, and all that. And in order to encourage them, this concept was introduced, and banks were told they have to invest 40% of their total advances to agriculture. I'm talking about, say, commercial banks. I know for your RRB, it is how much percentage? 70 or 75% of their total advances should be in priority sector. So 75. Very good. Thank you, Chandramouli. So now tax, no problem. So priority sector, no, the problem is when we ask students to come and tell what is priority sector, they they can as well start like this. Priority sector means giving advances to specified sectors in order to encourage them, like agriculture, small business, and mm, housing for poor, like that. What is there? And then micro, small enterprises, and then students for education, then low income group and weaker sections. Here, what are the sectors? Agriculture, minority education. Minority means Christians, Muslims, Buddhists, Sikhs. Do they come under? Yeah, whatever classes are coming under that. Then animal husbandry, fisheries, agriculture allied industries, cottage industries, handicrafts, housing for the poor. All Indian banks on foreign banks which have more than 20 branches in India are required to give 40% of their credit to priority sector, out of which 18% is for agriculture. In case of regional rural banks, earlier when this was prepared, it was 60%. 60% of the credit to it was priority sector includes agriculture, micro, small enterprises, education loan up to 10 lakh for study in India, up to 20 lakhs for study, foreign loans and housing loan. And in fact, there must be one more link of mine, which is much more explicit and yeah, this is another one. Priority sector lending. This also will be useful for you. This has been given by Raman. बैंक एग्जाम टुडे ये भी आपको यूज होगा ये देख लीजिएगा अच्छा I have told some ideas about priority sector different sectors and all you have to read would you like me to read that for example, agriculture, micro, small, medium enterprises, export credit, education, housing, social infrastructure, renewable energy, and others. So I think what I gave you initially, you don't use that. That is not required. ये हम delete कर देते हैं. Yeah. This is what is going to be really useful for you. This will be really useful for you. Here, they are telling total priority sector 40% of the adjusted net bank credit or credit equivalent of off balance sheet exposure. In interview, you don't have to tell all these details. If you tell, you will get caught. If you tell adjusted net bank credit, they will ask what is net adjusted bank credit. They will ask off base. Don't tell about all that. Simply say 40% of the advances. Agriculture 18%. Within this 18% target for agriculture, a target of 8% of ANBCF credit for of whichever is higher is prescribed for marginal farmers. Acha. Agriculture total 18. Out of that, 8% should go for marginal farmers. This point you remember. Micro enterprises 7.5%. Then advances to weaker sections 10%. Foreign banks with less than 20 branches, total priority sector 40% to be achieved in a phased manner by 2020. They are not compelled now. They are supposed to achieve in a phased manner. Then small finance bank, small finance bank target total priority sector 75% and 18% of ANBC for agriculture. Micro same 7.5. Weaker section 10. Limits on priority sector lending. Limit for priority sector lending. Social infrastructure 50 million. Education 1 million. Renewable energy 150 million. Housing 3.5 million metropolitan. Other cities 2.5 million. Weaker section small and marginal farmers. So likewise so many points are given. Kindly go through that once again. Please go through that. Sir, EWS certificate form fill करने से पहले का होना चाहिए था. Not necessary. This question was asked by one candidate. Sir, I have taken EWS now. Will it affect me? Not necessary. Many times they are asking you to get latest certificate. So it is okay to get EWS now. But yeah, it is correct. But if you have one which you have taken previously, keep it with you. You know, there can be two situations. You have applied under EWS, suddenly you become a rich man, you get a lot of lottery and all, then you come out of that, okay, then you are not EWS. Such cases nobody will is going to tell them I am now out of EWS. But ajkal I am seeing even under EWS mark rates are not much different. I read in one exam same marks 58.75 general, OBC 58.75 like that, and EWS 58 something like that it has come. So don't worry about that. Sir, what is the difference between commercial bank and cooperative bank? See, commercial banks, their object is to do other foreign exchange business and other aspects, whereas cooperative banks may not be doing those functions. They are actually dealing with their members only. Cooperative banks has got a concept of members. Each one of them is supposed to be part and parcel of the bank. So that is the difference. Cooperative bank. Tushar, please guide about taxation. Yeah, taxation. Taxation में क्या problem है? For example, income tax. You must know up to what amount it is exempted from income tax. For example, right now, say income up to 5 lakhs is exempted from income tax, and this 5 lakh limit has to be arrived after taking into account such of the reductions that are allowable. For example, if you take mediclaim policy, that amount expense can be reduced. Then if you invest 1.5 lakh in public provident fund or LIC policy like that, that can be excluded. And if you give some donations, some 50% of the donations to approved trusts can be deducted. After that 5 lakhs, so above that, it is taxable. There are different taxation limit, 5 lakhs to 10 lakhs some limit, then about 10 lakhs some limit. If you want, we can go through and see. Income tax limits. Income tax limits in India updated I'm giving you the link. I am giving you the link. What is a balance sheet? Balance sheet is a statement of account showing the assets and liabilities of a company as on a particular date. See, balance sheet can be prepared as on any date. Now, if you want to go see, every bank can prepare a balance sheet as on that date just by pressing a button. At the end of the day, balance sheet will be prepared. Balance sheet is a statement of account of assets and liabilities of a company as on a particular date. That's all. This is the pukka definition of balance sheet. Will the bank merger affect the upcoming vacancies? It may not affect the upcoming vacancies right now. It is because, to be honest, 1969 banks were nationalized. 19 Yeah, 1969 banks were nationalized. And from the year 1970s, branch expansion started going on a very large scale. I think you may consider it out of proportion, but still, let me tell you, during the year 77, 78, 79, 80, and all, I used to go to various parts of the country: Hyderabad, Coimbatore, Delhi, Bombay, Cuttack, Kolkata, all places, and conduct training, because every week, every 3 weeks, a set of hundreds, 200, 300 people will be joining. And all those people are now retiring. This month in October only in Indian Bank, 140 people have retired. One Indian bank only. You can understand the entire banking system. So, that being the case, um, let us hope, at least for the next 5 6 years, the vacancies may not come down. That is my idea. I don't have any data to tell me how many people are retiring. I don't have any data to tell me how many branches they are going to close, because you must have seen one of my videos where they have closed 3,400 branches in the last few years, 5 years or so. When branches are closed, automatically vacancies come down. And especially, now the it also depends on the expansion. Nowadays, not much of expansion is also taking place. What is asset and liabilities? Very good. Liabilities are monies which a business has to pay to others. For example, capital is a liability because the business is a separate entity, shareholders are a separate entity. The business has to give its capital to the shareholders. And sundry creditors. The business has borrowed money from creditors, it has to repay them. So these are all liabilities. Then unpaid dividend, that is also liability. Assets are those items which can be converted into cash immediately or after a long time. For example, cash is an asset, bank balance is an asset. Then, say, sundry debtors. Sundry debtor means what? A company selling goods to others on credit basis. A company selling goods to others on credit basis. Others have to repay the company. So they are all known as sundry debtors. So that money is supposed to come to us very quickly. Sometimes it comes, sometimes it doesn't come. So they are known as quick assets or current assets. Current assets. Then building, car, machinery, they cannot be converted to cash immediately. It will take a lot of time. They are known as fixed assets. Not only that, fixed assets are those assets which will be used over a length of time. For example, this building is a fixed asset. It is constructed and it will be there for 100 years or more than that. So, what once it is being used, in the concept of business, there is a concept known as depreciation. Depreciation means reducing the value of the property. These are known as assets and liabilities. Correct. Assets are bank lended loans. One of liabilities are paying rent, employees' salary. No, no. First, we have to decide. See this hand. This is my hand. These two are my hands. This is one side. This is another side. One side, another side. Similarly, are you talking for assets and liabilities from customer angle, from bank angle? That is again different. Talking from bank's angle, the deposits or liabilities, loans received or liabilities. What are assets? Cash is assets. Loan given by the bank is assets. Could you follow this? The loans given by the bank is assets likewise. So very good. Financial year calendar. Good question. Financial year is from 1st April of one year to 31st March of the next year. That is April 2019, 1st April to 31st March 2020. But in the case of RBI, the year starts from 1st July to 30th June of next year. A few years back and all, financial year used to be January to December, but now it has changed. 1st July to 30th June, correct. Money which do not come is termed as bad debts. Yeah. See, bank has given a loan. Bank is expecting the borrower to repay the interest, repay the what? Repay the loan also. And if the borrower is not repaying interest or loan installments for a period of 90 days, it will be considered as a bad debt or NPA. Good evening. Form waiver is good or bad. From interview purposes, you have to say form waiver is good in the interest of the society. That is good because farmers, many of them are suffering from various factors like say drought, then floods, etc., and they suffer a huge loss. And in order to compensate them, loan waiver is okay. But what is happening in reality? People like Sharad Pawar, they are calling themselves farmers and getting the loans waived. Big rich landlords, they go to the bank, give some jewel and take as jewel loan under agriculture purposes. Then when the agricultural loan waiver comes, that loan is also waived. This bania goes there, brings his jewel also to his home. That way this is not good, but we have no control over that. From the point of interview, you say, sir, form waiver is good because this is being done by the government based on RBI's recommendations, subject to the conditions prevalent at different times. So because farmers positions are very difficult and precarious, so इसलिए हम फॉर्म वेवर को सपोर्ट करते हैं, ऐसा बोलना है. But honestly asking me, out of it is no good. Why it is no good? Supposing you say that form waiver is done now, next time when somebody wants to pay, for him good, really bad. But I can't write it. The problem was there. So let's see, the one problem is, see, this is coming under YouTube. It will be there for all times to come, for next 5 years, 6 years, 10 years. Even after my going, it will be there. So let us not have any issues on that. So let us talk more or less, like say, certain things we have to talk in a discrete manner. Discrete का मतलब क्या है? Discrete. What is the meaning of discrete? बताइए. I will tell you. Hypothecation, pledge, lien. I have posted a video on that. I have posted a video on hypothecation, pledge, and all that. 1 minute. Yeah, 1 minute. Hypothecation. I think I should have a index of all that. कब डाला ये सब. अच्छा, हम बोल देते हैं, इसमें तो कोई तकलीफ नहीं. अच्छा, डिस्क्रीट का मतलब केयरफुल, कॉशियस, सिंपली, वेरी गुड. अच्छा, somebody was asking about assertion means, sir, assertion means what? Saying no to certain things for which you want to say no. Normally, in our when I was in the college conducting staff college conducting behavioral science programs, I will ask two people to come, two candidates to come. I will ask. There will be say a bench put in between. Then one candidate will stand this side, another candidate will stand this side. I will ask this boy to give his right hand like this. I will ask this boy to give his right hand like this. And I will tell them, look, you should not allow the other person to put your hand down. Are you able to understand? I am explaining assertion. I will tell them, look, you should not allow the other person to put your hand down. And I will tell like this. I will tell this fellow, I will also tell this fellow. What both of you, what both people would have done, please tell me. Please write under the comment. वो लोग क्या किया होगा? What they would have done. हम तो ये दोनों आदमी को बता दिया, तुमने दूसरे को अपने हाथ नीचे डालने का अलाउ नहीं करना है. தமிழ்ல சொல்றதுன்னா, ரெண்டு பேரும் கையை இப்படி வச்சுக்கங்க, ஒருத்தர் கையை இன்னொருத்தர் கீழே தள்ளக்கூடாது. அப்படின்னா என்ன பண்ண முடியும்? क्या होगा? हैंडशेक नहीं. ऐसमपी रखने के बाद में क्या होगा? ये आदमी इसको डाउन डालेगा, ये आदमी उसको डाउन डालेगा करके. बिकॉज विदाउट रियलाइजिंग हम लोग असर्ट करने से लिए दूसरे का एरिया में नहीं जाना है. अभी देख लीजिए, आपको जो चाहिए आप कर देते हैं. आपको पिताजी को बोल देते हैं, पिताजी ज्यादा हमको इंटरफेयर मत करो. इंटरफेयर वर्ड नहीं यूज करना है, दूसरा वर्ड. सो असर्शन मीन्स taking your own stand, not allowing the other person to come into our area. दूसरा आदमी हम लोग का घर का अंदर में नहीं आना है. That is prevent करना. That is assertion. But you are going into others' house. That is wrong. So this is what it is. Both will hold each other's hands. ऐसा hold करने से तो बढ़िया है. If both of them holding their hands like that, that is an indication that they have understood the game. So they will not do. But majority of the cases, why majority? Almost all the cases, हम ऐसा बोलने से तो वो लोग ये सही समझेगा, ये दूसरे का लाइन में ज्वाइन करेगा, ये एंटर करेगा. Like mother-in-law entering into daughter-in-law, daughter-in-law entering into mother-in-law's area. समझ गया? So my career gap is 5 years. What will I say? I am not getting any convincing idea. Srinath Das, don't worry. You tell them what you have been doing. Also tell you have been taking some tuitions for children and all that. And also tell them that you have been taking tuition, and say you could not get successful. But tell that आफ्टर बीइंग कन्विंस्ड आप गिल्टी फील करके बोलने से तो नहीं होगा. इफ यू हैव गिल्टी in my mind regarding form waiver तो बोल दिया. Form waiver for interview good, for examination good. Examination you can write 50-50, very good. So this is what it is, Srinath Das. You can manage that. Next time I meet, I will talk to you in detail. Right now, I have to go for my breakfast. Others are waiting. So thank you so much. I enjoyed today's session where you were asking doubts and I was telling answers to an extent I know. So similarly, all of you, you can prepare the questions, whatever you have in your mind, and come to me next time when we meet, so that instead of my asking questions, you can ask and I will try to explain. You remember them and try to answer it properly. If necessary, replay and listen to that also. If I am going very fast, please tell me, sir, आप fast चलते हैं, थोड़ा धीरे बोलो. ठीक है? I wish all of you best wishes now. And if it is possible today, I will come again. Otherwise, देखता है tomorrow. I wish, because there are some other issues also. Thank you.